I'm Joel Balzer, Lincoln High School Dean, with a public service announcement. Today we're going to talk about dancing. Students are all the time coming up to me and saying, Mr. B, I'd like to go to the dance, but I'm afraid. I don't know how to dance. Well, the famous artist, George O'Keeffe, said, I'm terrified every single day, but I never let that stop me from doing what I really wanted to do. The truth is, anyone can dance and everyone should dance. The reality is, not all of us can be Sid Charisse. We just can't dance like her. We can't dance like Ian Enriquez. But you can dance, and I'm going to teach you how. I have 6 very simple dance moves that anyone can do in their kitchen, and I'm going to teach them to you based on Lincoln teachers. The first move you're going to learn is based on me. There's something I have to do, something happened, and I'm running down the hall. We call this the Crabby Dean. The Crabby Dean on his way to do something. The second dance move that we have is based on our weightlifting coach, Coach D. Coach D is so buffed out, he can't go through doorways like this. He has to go sideways. So that's the Coach D. The third move we have is called the Baldwin. It is based on our Spanish teacher who expects you there on time and ready. And when she calls on you, you better be on your game or you are toast. That's the Baldwin. Our fourth move is based on my TAs. My TAs are so tired. They come to take naps, and when I try to wake them up to get them to do some work, they just, it's too much. But that's a great dance move, isn't it? The tired TA. Our fourth dance move is based on Kenyatta Scott, the math teacher. He just loves his whiteboard. So he's always drawing on his whiteboard, but he's excited about it. He wants to make sure you are. So he's always checking it out to make sure you're following him. The Kenyatta Scott. Those of you who don't go to Lincoln, these instructors are archetypes. The great psychoanalyst Carl Jung was always going on about archetypes, and we have them at Lincoln. Finally, those of you who were around before we had to rebuild the science wing will remember that Dr. Londa used to have some really exciting chemistry classes. Londa believes that students should experiment, and, well, we call that move the Dr. Londa. And people learned, so I'm going to cue up some music, and together we're going to rehearse our dance moves. Now, we're going to start off with the Crabby Dean. The advantage of the Crabby Dean is it's what I do naturally. So each of you should pick a fallback move to start with, and it's also the move you go to when you get lost. When you get lost, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Be yourself, and then while you're being yourself, then you can figure out what you got to do next. So, you ready? The Crabby Dean. The Coach D. The Baldwin. The tired TA. The K. Scott. Now you can move around while you're doing these, by the way. Now you can also go back to another move. The K Scott into the Baldwin, the Krabby Dean, the Coach D, Belanda, back into this Krabby Dean. Now, when you know the music is building, then you go to your signature glory move, which would be the Landa. And then you go back into your fallback move, the Krabby Dean. So what do you think? Are you there? Oh, let me stop this. Now you know 6 dance moves. 6 dance moves. Now you can come up with your own by looking at your own teachers. But the key is you have to get out on the floor. You have to get out on the floor if you're going to dance. Anyone can dance, but you won't until you get out onto the floor. And here's where dancing is really a metaphor for life. Are you going to let your fear keep you from having fun? Are you going to let your fear keep you from expressing who you really are? Are you going to let your fear keep you in the back, or are you going to get out on the dance floor? Now, the great surfer James Hammater once said, he said this about surfing. He said, the best surfer on any given day is the one who has the most fun. That's true of dancing. On any given day, the best dancer is the one who has the most fun. So get out on the dance floor. I'm Joel Balzer, your Lincoln High School Dean. Not a stand. Like this? Okay. Let me get some water. I screwed that up. Archetypes.